Hi everyone, how you doing? Hope you're all good, and thanks for bearing with me. I've been working hard on your behalf to give you some really valuable videos and information that I hope is going to take your trading forward. You know, trading it's a funny old profession, but the thing is, it takes a while to learn, and then when you've got it, you've got it for life. And you hope that you get to the stage where you've got it. And the thing is that the reason that you started trading in the first place is because there are people who make money doing it. There are day traders who make a living from doing it, and I do hope that that's something that I can help you take forward in your life if you're determined to do it. Because if you're determined to do it, then I'm determined to help you, and together we're going to be a force. So during this video, I'm going to show you a trade that I took today, and I'm going to give you some market analysis from the DAX indices this morning that just shows you really how many trades there are out there. When you first start trading, it does seem like the market is totally random, and we know now that it's not. It's not totally random. No market is totally random. They are price patterns that repeat, and they repeat to take money from losing traders, and they repeat to donate or to allow successful traders to take advantage and take donations from losers. It's a dog eat dog world out there, isn't it? And if you work hard at this and you've got somebody to work with you who knows what they're doing, which I do, then you can have some success in this market with a bit of perseverance. You've got to have that perseverance. You've got to have resilience for whatever you want to be successful at in life. Starting a business isn't easy. Starting trading isn't easy, and it encourages people, the defeats encourage people to pack it in, to give up. And when you give up, your money is effectively demoted. It's devoted to somebody else. It's donated to somebody else. And, I don't want that. I want you to be successful. Sometimes in life, you have to take your money off the table to learn. And that's what I encourage my traders to do, is I encourage them to learn the process, learn the trades, and train their minds without losing any more money. So trade, the demo for a while until you've got it, and you'll know when you've got it because you'll be following my system correctly. The gold system is trading gold, and I'm going to be using these trades, the gold trading system. I'm going to be using this system during the trades that I take today. And so first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through a trade and some trading opportunities that we got this morning, and it shows you an entry to a trade that I took, which I think that you'll find informative and useful for your own trading, and certainly if you are trading in line with the way I see the markets. The markets repeat similar patterns, and in terms of patterns, we're looking for more than one thing. We're looking for more than a candlestick pattern. We're looking for the market to also be in the right context and to have the right confluence. So 3 C's: context, content, and confluence. And then once you've got those 3 things, you've got a trade, and it's got a good probability of winning, as long as you sort out your entries and you sort out your exits. And I'm going to help you with the entries today because I think you'll find it useful to see what I did. Okay, so let's have a look then. Okay, so here's the chart, and here's the beginning of the trade. You can see that this is you can't see, but this is the 10-minute chart. this is the 2-minute chart. So 2-minute chart being 5 times shorter than the master time frame. This is my trading time frame on the right. All right, so I've entered long, and this is the a reflection and a representation of the open of the market so far. This is a volatile time for markets, and the open's been volatile. Huge sell-off at the open, which corresponds with previous days trading and the beginning of maybe a recovery at this stage here. Several green bars on the trot after a big drop down. And so you can see in these bars here that you've got a big, as I say, sell-off, and then the market puts in 2 green bars followed by a red bar and then a big green bar. Now that there is the change in climate in the market. Price then starts rising. As you can see, I've got the 8 EMA, the 20 EMA on both charts, and my aim by showing you this and talking you through this trade is just so that you can see how many opportunities there are in these markets when you've got a system that you can use and that repeats. The market will repeat over time. It'll consistently repeat, and as long as you are diligently following the right signals, then you should get winners. As long as you are entering at the right stage in the market and not staying in too long, then you should have winners. Okay, if your entry doesn't go right and starts going negative straight away, then you've probably got your entries wrong. So as you can see by this chart here, this is my trading time frame, and I've entered just above the river of value, which is provided by the space in between the 8 and the 20 EMA. The 8 EMA crossed over here and price went up, came back down into the river of value, and it was perfectly in line with all of my signals that I look for. Price went up, came back down, is a little bit away from the EMAs here on the higher time frame, but not too far away. You can see that every time the market zooms up and away from the EMAs, piles down and away from the EMAs, it heads back, and it's how it goes back that determines, you can see here, big way up, drop down. It's how it goes back that determines whether there's going to be a bounce when the market revisits it. Bounced up here and down, and then it went through here. And the signals that I have in the gold system will give guidance as to when that is likely to happen. When there's a possibility that price will go through the river of value like it did here, then there's no trade. And you want to know that. And my system gives people the signals to say stay out, because it's not looking consistent. When it is consistent, for example, here, here, and where I've entered here, then you'd hope for a positive trade, for a winning trade. Now you'll see I haven't got a stop on this chart that's a physical stop, but I have got a mental stop, and it's here. It's very, very close to the entry. 5 points. These are 20 points gaps, 20-point gaps, 50-point gaps on here. So quite close to the entry. So my risk is just that. It's 5 points. If price goes down here and makes a fresh low, then I'm out of the trade, and I've lost, this is £20 a point. I've lost £100. And that's not the end of the world for me. And it shouldn't be either. You should not be taking big risks with your trade. You shouldn't be waiting here. If price comes down here, I'm out. If you're waiting for price to go up again and you're in negative territory and your mental stop has been broken, you should be out. If you're hanging on and hoping, then you're in trouble. think about these traders here who went short here. They were expecting the market to continue down. It looks for all the world as though it's going to go down, and it didn't. And these tails here are the story of losing traders all the way down here. They kept getting what they expected was a breakout short, and it didn't break out short, and they must get out, otherwise this happens. You know, price goes up, they hope it's going to come back down again, doesn't. They hope it's going to come back down again, doesn't. And if you get yourself into that mental situation, then you've had it. Your trading account is in trouble, and that can't happen because we're winners, you know. You're watching this video because you want to win, and I can help you win. And this trading system is brilliant, you know. I find it brilliant. And if you want definitive, you know, guidance for operate this on a regular basis, and you've got every chance of making it, then I think you do well with this system. It works brilliantly for me, and we're getting some fantastic reports of traders having success with this system. This is the DAX. Works, this system, on whichever market you use, as long as you get your time frames aligned and the signals are there. As long as the signals are there, this works, you know. This is a great system for trading any time frame. I'm looking at the 2 and the 10-minute time frame here, and the trades don't last very long. You know, if price comes down here now, it'll come down in the next minute or two, and I'll be out, and that'll be it. That'll be it for a loss. But I'm hoping that within a minute or so, or 2 minutes, or 4 minutes, this is going to be a winner, and I'm expecting it to be a winner as well. This entry is taken as prices come back to the river of value. There's a small tail here, there's a small tail here, and then this candlestick has gone green, and as soon as that candlestick had green on it, I was in long. And you can see that, you know, I'm expecting price to be up to these levels here, and then I'll be taking my profits. And if it gets up here, then I'll be getting 4-5 to 1 reward to risk on my trade. So I can therefore then, you know, that money's in the bank, and it would take 4 losing trades consecutively to wipe out the win that I had here. And that's unlikely, because I do stick religiously to my rules, and you should do too. This is what happened. Hello. This is where we left the last chart with my entry here, and you can see that within 2 candlesticks, you know, it's reached these highs here, this close high here, this open here. That's a good place to exit. And price came back to the river of value, bounced, good trade, went up, came back down. That candlestick went green, good trade long there, came through here. You can see price went through, no tails on 1, 2, 3 candlesticks here, but there is a tail on this one, another good trade with, you know, if your entry was here, you would have the stop down here, and another good trade up. Okay, coming back down again, and you then need to check the signals to say, well, let's have a look at this. On the 10-minute chart, the master time frame, price is a long way up here from the river of value. I'd be nervous with taking any trade long up here, because there's a long way for it to come down if it comes down, and this situation will attract sellers. People looking at other time frames may well exit and take their profits out of this bull run here at this stage. And if price then comes down here and the signals are right, you might be looking to go long based on those signals there. But the signals are all important, and I cannot give you all the signals. All the signals are not on these charts. I can't give you them because it would be irresponsible of me to do that. You know, the gold system is a system that I sell, I market to traders, And I'm then dedicated to you, and my dedication through my training and through my coaching hopefully will be enough for you. And that's going to depend on your resilience and your determination. But you should be trading, when you're learning, you should be trading without risking real money. That's, key. So here we go. That was my trade this morning. Little bit of a tail on this 10-minute chart here, and it was effectively, although it hadn't met the EMAs, it was bouncing up, it was starting to progress up. Now if you look at there, you can see here that looks as though it did meet the EMA, and that's because the candlestick had a big green body because of what happened after this moment here. And that's what happens. The EMAs move as price is taking and changing. As the price changes take place in that candlestick, they're moving. But these ones here are all set candles, and the EMAs don't move after the candlestick has closed. So back to the 2-minute chart here, and this is my entry. So price came down, 3 red candlesticks, went up. There is a tail on the top of this, or a wick on the top of this candlestick here, but all the signals from the higher time frames are good, and I've got a tail here, I've got a tail here. That candlestick goes green, I'm in, and I'm expecting it to go up here, which is exactly what it did. You can also see it's at a round number, 12,200, and I entered just above it. Yeah, and so that's the way the gold system will work. You can see how many, there's a good trade there, how many opportunities there are. They take place on each time frame, and as long as you've got a master time frame 5 times longer than your trading time frame, that you can look at the momentum on the longer term time frame. This momentum here was up, and then it ceased here. Look at that red bar, 3 times longer than the green in that bar there, and that's a real warning system. It comes down below the 8 EMA and then starts going down from there, goes through the river of value, comes back up, and then bounces down. So there was a good trade on the 10-minute chart this morning as well. A daily, weekly chart, a weekly, monthly chart, you can use any time frame that you want, but don't leave your computer for a minute while you're in a trade without having physical stops in place. If you leave your computer for any amount of time during a trade, you must have a physical stop. The only reason I don't use physical stops with these trades is because I'm sitting watching, and I only had to watch on this trade for 4 minutes, and then I got out up here and got a really good 4-1, 5-1 reward to risk trade, and that's how to be successful as a day trader. And I really hope that you're getting great value from these videos, and I'm sure that you will do from my system. I am an experienced trader, and my trading isn't representative of new traders. However, you can make this system work for you. I've got a good history of training and coaching people, and once you see the signals, you'll know it, and I'm hoping that this will be good for you and you'll have it for the rest of your life. If you are interested in my gold system and want to take the course, do get in touch with me before, if you like, and ask any questions that you've got, and I'll answer those. But I'm hoping that this video has been really useful for you, in particular with regard to the context, the content, and the confluence involved in the entry, and the fact that you have this physical stop in your mind, and you just have to stick with it. you know, anybody entering short down here, if they were just hoping the market would come back, would have lost a considerable amount of money, and that can't happen to my trading because I don't take those risks, and neither should you. My name's Anthony Beardsall. Do subscribe for more of these videos. Ask any questions that you like through the comments below, and get in touch if you're interested in my system. Hope to work with you in the future, but I'll see you again on these videos shortly. Thanks for now. See you soon.